I am deeply honored here, together with my colleague Drew Weissman and Peter Kullis, to accept the Tom Prize. It is a great privilege for us to belong to the most outstanding group of scientists who received this award in the past. This award puts a spotlight on the importance of scientific research, technological advancement, as well as international collaboration. All of these were undoubtedly crucial for the development of COVID-19 mRNA vaccine. It is important to note that these vaccines were developed based on centuries of scientific and technological advancement made by hundreds and thousands of scientists, doctors, engineers, and experts. This award also recognizes discoveries by our fellow scientists who worked diligently over decades to help build the foundation of our work. We did not invent mRNA. Nature invented it. It is the molecule that carries the information from the DNA to the protein synthesis factory, instructing what protein to be made. Messenger RNA was discovered in 1961. It took 60 years to develop into an approved medical product in the form of first COVID-19 mRNA vaccine. So what happened during these 60 years? Due to the hard work of fellow scientists, the mRNA coding for any desired protein could be produced in a tube, could be formulated in order to deliver to the cells where the mRNA translated into protein. However, for years, the inflammatory nature of the RNA hampered its medical use. Working, as the film showed, shoulder to shoulder with my fellow awardee Drew Weissman, we identified one building block in the mRNA which was responsible for triggering this immune reaction. We successfully eliminated this response, improved translation of the mRNA, and our pioneering work fueled a number of advances that opened the door for future therapeutics. But how did I get here? Where did I come from? I have not been in the spotlight in my life. My life was not like that. For 4 decades, I worked quietly, diligently in the laboratory, designed experiments, performed, and I knew that what I was doing is important and didn't wait anybody to tap my shoulder praising for my work. The only award ceremonies I attended when my daughter, Susan Francia, won gold medal in rowing in the US Women 8 in the Olympic Games here in China, in Beijing and London. Now today, receiving the Tom Prize, I have been able to reflect my humble beginning, the long, winding road on which I arrived here. I grew up in Hungary, a small town with a population of 10,000 people. My mother was a bookkeeper, my father was a butcher, and I learned from them that hard work is part of life and how to make sausage. How did I get from the simple life of a simple room with no running water, standing here on the stage, receiving the Tom Prize? It certainly was not my intention. I was just a curious girl who watched with fascination those plants in our garden, the animals, and I wanted to learn more about the internal mechanism of living things. I didn't know a single scientist, but I knew I wanted to be one. In high school, my teacher handed me a book called Stress of Life, in which Hans Schreier wrote, "Adopting the right attitude can convert the negative stress into positive one." This book was my guide through the years as I continued my journey becoming a scientist. I remember Schreier's words when I experienced failures. as a student or in the lab. So I adopted the right attitude, searched for better ways to improve myself, work harder, be more creative, and perform better. I always try to focus on things that I change and didn't waste time on things that I couldn't change. While I am accepting the Tang Prize, I think about all of the young girls who, like me, in their age, are curious about nature. I would like to encourage them to remain curious, believe in themselves, become a scientist, and make a better world around us. Thank you.
再次恭喜马法尼、马里克教授。
Thank you and congratulations